Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. We've got some Quentin Tarantino Star Trek updates. There's a couple little things in this video. There's some good and some bad and some stuff. I mean, I don't know how to feel about this. I really don't, because on the one hand, I really like Quentin Tarantino's stuff, but on the other hand, we know this is going to be in the JJ universe. How do I know that? Well, it came right from Quentin Tarantino. We're going to get to that in a second. But right here, according to comingsoon.net from a couple of days ago, from the 18th, Tarantino says Star Trek will be Pulp Fiction in space. Well, I've read through this article, and it's like from an interview about a year ago where he's like, yes, it is. No, it won't be. Simon Pegg's defending him. He says, I will say one thing about Star Trek that I've been waiting for someone to bring up. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I've got to figure it out. So this is like an older quote a year ago. So, right. The thing I want to bring up, though, this is from the Happy Side Confused podcast over on, that Tom sent me here. This one is the most important thing, so definitely listen to their whole thing. I'm only going to clip like a couple of minutes out of their, hour-long podcast, 30-some, 50-minute-long podcast here. We're gonna listen to that, and I'm going to kind of explain what is up here, so we definitely go check them out. I'm going to leave that off screen because there's really nothing to look at, just a blank screen, but let's listen to what he says. I'm going to bring up the volume here so you can hear it.
Got it. What was? I know there's this Star Trek project potentially still out there that was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Story idea by you. Someone else has scripted it.
Well, it's an idea that an idea I had. Then we got together and talked it out. Yeah. And then we hired Mark Smith, who did Revenant, to write the script. So
where's that at? Just as a Star Trek fan and as a fan of yours, I'm just like fascinated. Is that like what is that? As much as you can say, like. Is it in the current timeline? Is it? You're a fan of the original series, I know.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Yeah, it's like.
This is important.
I don't know how much I can say. The one thing I can say is it would deal with the Chris Pine timeline.
The Chris Pine timeline. Okay, so this is in the JJ. Chris Pine, the movies, the new Bad Robot movies. Oh, I don't know. On the one hand, I really like a lot. I don't think I dislike any Tarantino movies I've ever seen. On the other hand, though, J.J. Abrams has got the Bad Robot stink all over it. So I don't know. It's still in very early. I mean, at least they have a script. There's more. There's a few more things he says about this. So yeah, maybe I'll be okay after you hear what he has to say about the J.J. Star Trek movies.
Now, I still don't quite understand, and JJ can't explain it to me.
That's a warning sign.
Whatever, and my editor has tried to explain it to me, and I still don't get it. All right, Fred Raskin, about something happened in the first movie that now kind of wiped the slate clean.
Right.
I don't buy that. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I don't.
Okay, that's
fuck
good.
That. All right, I don't like that. You know.
I'm going to lead you down a road. You want the Guardian of Forever to have happened, don't you?
Yeah, I want the whole series to have happened. All right, it just hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
And no, Benedict Cumberbatch or whatever his name is. All right, it's not Khan. Yeah. All right, Khan is Khan. And I told JJ, I go like. I don't understand this. I don't like it. And then like, ignore it. Nobody likes it. I don't understand it.
So JJ doesn't like it, and JJ acknowledges that nobody likes the new Star Trek or understands it. Oh my God. Thank you. Tom sent me this. Tom actually does a lot of homework. See, for everybody who slams Midnight's Edge, they do their research. Probably more than I do. I just kind of fly off the handle at I found this article and I'm going to rant about it. This is where a lot of the time people get information because actors leak things in podcasts. Is there any more?
Do whatever you want. If you want it to happen the exact way it happened on the series, it can.
So that's more in line with what you're honoring the series that you loved and came up with.
Yes, exactly. So. Yeah, I mean that, and ultimately why I would be interested. If somebody asked me, like, okay, well, what is it about Star Trek that you like?
Yeah,
it's easy. William Shatner. I love William Shatner as James T. Kirk.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I like Star Trek.
Agreed.
The reason I like Star Trek more than Star Wars is because William Shatner is in Star Wars. William Shatner, especially as I actually like William Shatner in almost everything, but William Shatner as James T. Kirk is that is my connection. That is why I like it. Like, I liked CSI because I liked William Peterson as Gus Grissom. And so the reason I was actually intrigued by the J.J. Abrams version of it is because I thought Chris Pine did a fantastic job.
Yeah,
not
I'll give him
just
that.
playing Captain Kirk, but playing William Shatner's Captain. He is William Shatner.
Yes.
He's not just another guy.
That's actually what Vic Mignogna does very well in Star Trek Continues. If anybody's here who's familiar with the Vic Mignogna situation that Umbrella Guy and Flash and Arcada and all those awesome channels have been covering and want to check out just a continuation of TOS, check out Star Trek Continues. It's free on YouTube. There's really no reason not to watch it.
He's William Shatner's Captain Kirk. And it's literally, Zachary Quinto is literally Leonard Nimoy's, because they both in the same scene together. He's his Spock. And they fucking nail it.
They did.
They just nail it.
JJ's casting genius is impeccable.
Yeah.
And
The
he did the same
casting
thing
was
kind of in
amazing.
Star Wars in a different way, in discovering new talents.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I know it's often brought up, and I don't know how much you enjoy talking about sort of the 10 and done, or when you're
All right, so that's nothing to do with Star Trek there. So just go listen to their podcast. I'll link it here in the description. A link to that if you want to check out their entire thing. That is just really, really important to me. That if Tarantino doesn't even like the JJ movies, JJ doesn't even like the JJ movies, acknowledges that people don't like them. Well, of course, this is coming from Quentin Tarantino saying that JJ says it. That gives me a lot more hope for the Tarantino Star Trek project. What do you guys think? Are you a little more on board with this or not? Because I am kind of like, I don't know what to think. Because on the one hand, you've got something I really, really don't like and something I really, really do like. It's kind of like the Star Trek Picard trailer all over again, because there's so much I do like about that. But there's also so much other behind the scenes stuff that I'm very, very, very cautious about. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think this is good news? I mean, we know, like, according, like, from the past, year or so, from back in December of 2017, you've got JJ and Tarantino teaming up for a Star Trek movie. We've got all this news. So now it looks like they're going a little closer towards actually making something. If they have a script in works and people are actually talking about it and they're talking about what they want to do and what the storyline is going to be, and this whole Pulp Fiction in space, like they're basically talking about, this is from, I'll pull this up here, from comingsoon.net. They're basically talking about, it'll be Pulp Fiction in space. That Pulp Fiction-y aspect. When I read the script, I felt I have never read a science fiction movie that has this shit in it, ever. There's no science fiction movie that has this in it. And they said, I know, that's why we want to make it. It's at the very least unique in that regard, but there's a gangster element to what we're doing with the Star Trek thing that works out pretty good. So, yeah, like, I don't know if it's going to be like a heist sort of thing, a gangster sort of thing. What are they going to do with this? Says, you shouldn't worry, this is going to be full of obscenity and stuff. He wants an R rating to really make those beats of consequences land. If it's not PG, someone gets sucked out into space. And which we've all seen before, we might see them get disemboweled first. It allows some breadth, gives some leeway to that. The R rating for a film with Tarantino behind the scenes, I trust his use of language, his use of gore, his use of violence a lot more than I trust what they did in Star Trek Discovery. Because in Star Trek Discovery, they went for, this. They went for the Klingon boobs. They went for the gore. They went for the profanity, for the shock value, and not necessarily for the story. And that's kind of where I can trust Tarantino a little more than J.J. Abrams and all these other people. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Are we on board with this? Are we not? I'm leaning. I'm at a 60 pro, 40 very, very cautious. I'm protective of Star Trek. I'm really protective of it. And to have people like Tarantino behind the scenes, who appreciates it and who understands it a little bit, he might be better choice, like a much better choice than, the bad robot people who just want to make Star Wars. According to that comes from their mouths too. That comes like directly from Alex Kurtzman. He wants to make Star Trek for Star Wars fans. I've done countless videos on that. You can probably just do a search for it. The thing is, Kurtzman doesn't like, or Kurtzman is making Star Trek for people who hate Star Trek or something. I can't remember how I worded the title. If I can, I'll try and find it for you guys. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and yeah, it could be all right. It could be okay. It could be the best Star Trek we've ever had, for all we know. I need to see a trailer. I need to see some casting. I need to see some more plot details. Still very, very early. Could always fall through at this point. That's how these things are. They're like, yes, we've got a script, we were doing it, and then they fall through because they don't have casting or funding or whatever. So that's kind of where we are right now, I believe. I am Mecha Random 42. I will see you at Star Trek Las Vegas. They were even talking about that in this podcast about the Star Trek conventions. I will see you at Star Trek Las Vegas next week. I am a huge Star Trek fan. And as always, I will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!